Oklahoma Territory rather than Oklahoma State. He reminded us that it's important to take pride in our heritage. He also showed us that when you do take pride in your lineage, that it shows and it's contagious. I remember I was watching Reverend Palmer last week, and the smile he had on his face, I couldn't help but sit back there and just smile. And I thought to myself, I know what that man looked like when he was 10 years old. Because he was just as happy as he could, talk about his people, what he knew in his history. That's how it should be. The week before, Sister Stephanie Newman shared history of the Black church, its roots, where it is now, where it's going, if we take an active role. I believe she mentioned the importance of tithing as a way to keep the church going as well. She gave us titles of 2 books, which, by the way, Sister Stephanie, you're correct. I did download them on my Kindle, and they are amazing books. I recommend, as she did, that everybody reads them. One is called Stony, The Road We Trod, and the other is The Oppressed. Now, she also helped us see that the church in our past was a place where everything happened. It was the hub of our community.
All right.
And that we need to get back to that.
Amen.
The week before that, I reminded everyone that not only are there still all Black towns here in Oklahoma, but their survival depends on us. I also made everyone aware of the gap between the previous generation and the generations now and the ones that are coming, and that we have to be more mindful. I also suggested that we stop thinking of this celebration as our Black History Month and refer to it instead as our legacy.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what other churches are doing for Black History or Black Legacy Month, but I do know that PPWC has been working hard to bridge the gap between our past and the present. And I dare say we are succeeding. Now, I can't wait to put my feet underneath the table this afternoon after church services, because we're going to celebrate or give a tributary meal of recipes that we've all worked hard to prepare for and share as the culmination of the Black Legacy Month. So, I'm not going to keep you this morning. I don't want anybody to panic. I have lots of papers here. I have one contact lens in my eye. That's it. So I had to write really big. So really, I'm not going to keep you for very long. So, I love Kool-Aid. Yes, I said it.
All right.
I love Kool-Aid. Now, I'm not talking about that stuff that you buy that's already made. It comes in a big gallon jug. It's all watered down. I'm talking old school Kool-Aid. Little package, you got to shake it up. You got to pour it in there. Get about a cup of sugar. Gallon of water.
You got it.
Shake it up.
You know what you do.
That's the kind of Kool-Aid I'm talking
Come
about.
on.
I love Kool-Aid.
I do too.
Now, I was raised by a Kool-Aid mom. My house was the house that everybody went to after school or during summer when it was hot outside. You went over to my mother's house. Now, I had no idea then that mom was outsmarting me by having the Kool-Aid and having the cookies and all the fun stuff. She kept me home. Instead of me going to somebody else's house and her worrying about me, she brought the fun to her house.
Right.
So Kool-Aid moms weren't just cool, they were smart.
Amen.
Now, don't worry, I have not lost my mind. Just bear with me. I realize I have to tie all this into Black history. I'm going to do that. Just be patient. So, it's more about what Kool-Aid represents for me than it is the flavor of Kool-Aid. You see, I'm a product of the late 70s through the early 80s. I looked up what is considered an era, or how do you figure out what generation you belong to. And it's not so much about a 10-year period of time, it's about when you became aware. When you started to really get out there on your own. They say, at least the articles I read, the psychology articles, said that you become aware when you are able to make decisions for yourself, right or wrong, and when you're able to start getting out on your own. That happens between the ages of 10 and 15. Therefore, I'm a product or a child of the 70s and the early 80s. So